morning, boys and girls, and welcome to another Preschool Storytime with Miss Natalie. I am so excited to see all of your smiling faces, and I can't wait to share with you my story time. We are talking about a fruit. It comes in all different colors. It can be yellow, pink, green, or red. It grows on a tree, and in the fall, you can go and pick these at a farm. If you're saying apples, then you would be right. We have an apple-themed story time today. Let's get started because I cannot wait to share some of my apple books and my apple songs with you. The first book I'm going to share with you is called Tucker's Apple Dandy Day. Let's see what happens. Tucker was excited. His class was going to visit Farmer Sam's apple orchard. "I'll bring back apples," Tucker said. We'll have apple pie," Mother said. Yum. "I hope it doesn't rain today." Tucker's class rode in on a bus to the big farm in the country. It didn't take too long. "We're here," shouted Tucker. "Welcome," Farmer Sam said. "Have any of you picked apples before?" "I picked blueberries," Tucker said. Farmer Sam smiled. "That's fun, but blueberries grow on bushes and apples grow on trees," the children shouted. "I like tractors," Tucker said. "Hop on to go to the orchard," Farmer Sam said. Tucker and his friends hopped on the tractor and it took off. It was very bumpy. "Pick as many apples as you like from these low branches." All of Tucker's friends ran to the trees, but he stopped to look at the tractor. Then he looked at Jonathan's apples and saw a worm poking out of Jared's. "You get all the luck," Tucker said. "I don't want to find a worm in my apple." "You." Millie looked sad. "What's wrong?" Tucker asked. "I can't reach the trees," Millie said. Tucker had an idea. He helped Millie stand on an apple crate and held her hand while she picked apples until Miss Blossom came over and told Tucker, "I'll hold Millie's hand. You go get apples, Tucker." He helped, but first Tucker helped Scout move his bag and helped Beverly. And then it started to rain. Flip, flop, flip, flop. "Back to the barn," Farmer Sam shouted. But Tucker reached for apples because he didn't have any. "Tucker, hop in the wagon, now." Back at the barn, everyone was sharing how many apples they got. Tucker was sad. "I didn't get any apples," he told Miss Blossom, and his friends heard him. And they all shared their apples. Soon, Tucker had enough for a big apple pie. Those are some good friends Tucker has. They played hide and seek and sang, "Rain, rain, go away, come again another day." And the sun came out as they drove back to school. "I'm proud of you," Tucker said, "Mother. You helped your friends and then your friends helped you. Now let's get to work." "These are great apples for apple pie," Tucker's dad said. "You picked great apples." "And he helped make the pie too," said his mother. "I'm so proud of you," Tucker's father said. "I had lots of help," Tucker said with a smile, "but I can eat pie all by myself." That's a great story of friends helping friends, isn't it? Friends, we have a long song to sing now, so we're gonna get going. And this is our counting down song. In this song, we're singing about apples falling out of trees, which is what apples do, just like what leaves do in the fall. Maybe that's why they named it fall. So we're gonna do a song where we're gonna use our whole bodies to help sing and tell the song together. We're only gonna do the song once, so it's kind of long, but we'll go through it slowly and then we'll pick up some speed as we get towards the end. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Way up high in the apple tree, 5 little apples smiled down at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could. Down came an apple, it was good. Ready? Let's sing it again. Way up high in the apple tree, 4 little apples smiled down at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could. Down came an apple, it was good. Back to the top. Ready? Way up high in the apple tree, 3 little apples smiled down at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could. Down came an apple. It was good. How many are left? That's right, 2. Up high in the apple tree, 2 little apples smiled down at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could. Down came the apples. They was good. How many apples are left? You're right, only 1. Last verse. Way up high in the apple tree, 1 little apple smiled down at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could. Down came an apple. It was good. Now there are no more apples in the apple tree. Good job. That's kind of a long song, but it was sure fun to sing. I like shaking the apple tree the best. What about you? I'm going to share with you one of my favorite books about apples. My mommy shared it with me, and now I'm going to share it with you. And this is called The Apple Pie Tree. My sister and I have a tree that grows the best part of apple pie. Can you guess what it is? What do you think? Apples! And every year we watch our apple tree grow. In winter, our apple tree is brown and bare. There it is. But in spring, leaves grow on every branch. Look, 2 robins are building a nest in our tree. Tiny pink flower buds appear on the branches. The robins chirp loudly, guarding their eggs. I love how robins' eggs are blue. When the flower buds just open, baby robins break through the eggshells. Now our tree is covered with blossoms, and the baby robins begin to grow feathers. When the breezes blow, the petals fall to the ground. Mama and Papa Robin teach their little ones how to fly. It kind of looks like rain, but petals rain. How fun. Some days it rains and the wind blows hard, but our apple tree is strong and the robins are safe in the branches. There's the robin family. Small green apples grow where the blossoms used to be. Soon it is summer. The apples get bigger and bigger. The little robins have grown up, but they visit every day. The branches bend down low and are covered with big, round apples. There are some deer. They're eating the apples. Now it is autumn. The apples are red and ready to be picked. We fill our basket to the brim. Mom and Dad help us peel the apples, cut them, and sprinkle them in a pie shell with cinnamon sugar. And Mom puts the pan in the oven. At last, the pie is cooked and ready to be eaten. Our tree has grown an apple pie. It smells so good. And it tastes delicious. Nothing is as good as an apple pie you grew yourself. And that's the end. You know they're right. There's nothing better than growing some food you get to eat yourself. And homegrown apples, I bet, are so yummy. That's one of my favorite stories. I hope you like that story too. It is time for some yoga, friends. I'm sure you're all very excited to see what yoga we're gonna do today. Well, there's no yoga pose on apples, although I wish there was. So today, we're gonna practice our meditation and practice calming ourselves so that if we go to apple picking, we can reach up really high and get all those apples off the tree. So we're gonna do some breathing and we're gonna learn how to say Om. And Om sounds so pretty when you say it with lots of friends together. So let's get going. We're gonna sit up nice and tall and roll our shoulders all up to our ears and down our back. We're gonna take our meditation fingers. You can pinch them like this. You can put them here. You can put them in your lap. You can even put them on their head if you want to. You can put your hands wherever you want. And we're gonna sit nice and tall, get our meditation hands wherever they want to be. And we're gonna close our eyes and we're gonna breathe in and out. We're gonna breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. You ready? Let's breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Good job. Now we're gonna learn how to say Om. Now when you say Om, you don't just go Om. You want to kind of sing it. So I'll show you once and then we'll do it together. Ready? So you sit up nice and tall. You put your hands on your belly or in the air or in your lap. They can go wherever you want. And you're gonna go Om. And that's it. And you can do that when you meditate, when you breathe, when you're standing in tree pose, or whenever you want to make a pretty sound, because it sounds so pretty. Let's do that again together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Om. Good job. I bet that sounded so beautiful. I love it because it kind of tickles your throat when you say it a little bit. It's so much fun. I hope you enjoyed our yoga today. I know it was kind of quiet yoga, but sometimes it's nice just to sit and relax. The book I'm going to share with you, friends, is a nonfiction book, and we're going to learn all about apples. Let's see what we learn. An apple is a fruit that grows on an apple tree. They grow in parts of the world more than any other fruit and have been growing for over 2 million years. That's a lot of time to have apples around. American colonists brought apple trees and seedlings with them from England, and met Native Americans, as they moved west, who also had gotten apple trees. And soon apples were everywhere. A man named Johnny Appleseed went around planting apple trees all over the United States. And then there was apples everywhere. Some people grow apples in their backyard, but most are grown by farmers. Every year, there are more than 250 million bushels, that's like a bag, of apples grown. Apples have skin on the outside. They have a little core with some seeds and crunchy, sweet, juicy fruits to eat. In the spring, apples have what are called apple blossoms. These are the flowers apples grow out of. A bee has to come pollinate the flower so that in the summer, apples can grow. They get bigger and bigger until it's time for fall. And in the fall, it's time to harvest. That means you pick the apples out of the trees. Look at all the workers picking the apples. Apples are taken to the store and are used to make all sorts of yummy products. Some people buy them from farm stands. Some people buy them from the store. Some people pick their own apples. And some people even win prizes for their apples at county fairs. At Halloween, people make candy apples and even bob for apples in water. In the winter, no apples grow on the trees, but they are resting so that they can make apples for the next year. And here are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different kinds of apples that are in the world, and they're all a little bit different. You can plant your own apple tree, and they can be up to 20 feet tall. You can make apple pies, apple cider, and that's pretty cool. And here are even more kinds of apples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 more kinds of apples. Apples are nutritious and delicious. And that is the end of our apple book. Did you learn something new about apples? I sure did. I didn't know how long apples have been around for. 2 million years? Wow, that's a long time. Friends, you did a great job today at Preschool Storytime. You were such good listeners, you sang along so well, and I hope you enjoyed all of my apple books. Maybe you'll go to the store and buy some apples with your grown-up later. Well, I hope you have a great rest of your Friday and a great weekend. I will see you next time for Preschool Storytime. Bye!